Good evening, great people of Imo State. My name is Barrister Michael Obilokori. I am from Ahiazumbise local government area of Imo State. I am the running mate to Chief Barrister Emmanuel Ifeanyi, who is running for governorship of our dear state under the African Action Congress, AAC. In my last broadcast, I shared with you a summary of our plans to solve the insecurity problems in Imo State when elected. In this broadcast, I'll be telling you about our plans for electricity power supply in Imo State. After reading our manifesto, some Imolites have asked how we intend to provide uninterrupted power to the people of Imo State. We did promise 24 hours uninterrupted power supply, and this sounded like the usual political promises we've been hearing since time immemorial. The first question that arises is if it is even possible to provide 24 hours uninterrupted power supply anywhere in Nigeria. The answer is simple. Yes, it is possible, and yes, it is happening. The next question will be how and where. I'm sure you all must have heard of a place in Rivers State called Bonny Island. Those of you who have visited Bonny Island know that for several years, the residents of Bonny Island have enjoyed uninterrupted power supply. Before I tell you how this problem was solved in Bonny Island, I want to tell you a bit about a special blessing from God we've got here in Imo State. Nigeria currently boasts of having the highest deposits of natural gas in Africa. Recent studies have shown that Nigeria has about 209 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. Recent studies have also shown that of the 209 trillion cubic feet of natural gas in Nigeria, 200 trillion cubic feet is domiciled in Imo State, and it has a potential of actually being up to 600 trillion cubic feet. This is the highest in Africa. Thankfully, the federal government has granted states the license to generate power by establishing independent power plants. Now let's go back to Bonny Island and find out how they generate uninterrupted power supply and how our administration plans to replicate this feat in Imo State. In Bonny Island, there are two gas-powered electricity plants that generate a combined 180 megawatts of electricity. Note that the population of Bonny Island is 302,000. Which is about 1/16 of the population of Imo State, which currently stands about 4.9 million. This means that in order to generate uninterrupted power supply in Imo State, we will need at least 16 times what the electricity plants in Bonny Island are generating. This means a total of 2,880 megawatts of electricity is what the power plants in Imo State will need to generate. But because we want to industrialize our dear state and encourage Imolites to be enterprising by leveraging on uninterrupted power supply, our administration is targeting a total of 3,000 megawatts of electricity for the state. To run a 3,000 megawatt capacity power arrangement for 1 year, 27 million cubic feet of natural gas will be used as fuel. This is just 1/7 million. I repeat, 1/7 million of the quantity of gas we have under our feet in Imo State. To make this clearer, if you divide all the gas underneath our blessed land into 7 million places, you will need the gas in one of those 7 million places to give Imo State uninterrupted power for 1 year. We will build a total of 3 gas-powered plants, one in each senatorial district, each with a capacity of 1,000 megawatts. These power plants will be built simultaneously. We will have lights in our homes and offices. We will power our industries, and we will sell power to neighboring states, thereby increasing our internally generated revenue. The third question will be, since the Constitution allows only the federal government to mine gas and other mineral resources in Nigeria, how do we plan to tap from the gas as a state government? The answer is simple. Intergovernmental relationships are based on the principle of give and take. There are several agreements which our state governments can reach with the federal government. For example, Imo State is a beneficiary of the 13% derivative funds shared by the 9 oil-producing states. Imo State gets an average of $100 million annually from this scheme. We can afford to forgo a portion of this amount in exchange for access to the gas in our land, so that our people can have light. The fourth question that comes to mind is, why haven't past leaders in Imo State thought about this solution? The answer is simple. These things are not rocket science. But Imo State has been unlucky when it comes to choosing her leaders. We have consistently elected leaders who lack initiative and the will to positively impact the people. In a few weeks, you all will be faced with a choice. It's a choice between light and darkness. It is time to insist that enough is enough. It is time to leave bad luck and embrace good luck and fortune. On November 11, get your PVC, go to your polling booth, and vote for the team that has initiative and the will to make a positive difference in Imo State. Vote for AAC, vote